Are you aware, have there been any, is there any known cause of the symptoms or exposures?
So, causes.
Causes.
There's
Plural.
a few, theories. I know burn pits, we've been hearing about those a lot. Burn pits, just for a quick refresher, is just what it sounds like. Basically, out in the Gulf in Southwest Asia, when when troops out there had waste that they needed to burn, there's not trash cans, there's not dumpsters, there's not like a service to take that away. You just set it on fire and burn it. And that's not just like paper trash or, maybe like food waste. It's like everything. Like jet fuel would like be used to light it on fire. You'd put oil drums in there, medical waste, human waste, everything. And so setting that on fire and having all those little particles of all those lovely little components kind of floating in the air.
And those were, in a lot of cases, very close to the bases, correct?
Yeah. I mean, there were the bases like trash disposal, essentially.
Right.
And there were some burn pits that were, football fields long. Mm-hmm. So that has been associated I think it's kind of acknowledged that, these are not good for one's health.
Right.
So that's definitely a cause. Another one, oil well fires, kind of the same thing there. You've got these chemicals or these components that you're not really supposed to be taking into your lungs. They're aerosolized in the air with smoke. Another one, I would butcher the medication name, but there was a certain medication that Gulf War veterans would take to prevent any nerve agent attacks. So like nerve gas was a big concern.
Right.
So veterans would take prophylactically this medication that's used to treat muscle and nerve disorders, even if they didn't have those disorders. It was to prevent them in case of an attack, to protect them. Well, they're now finding out that long-term use of these medications might actually affect some of these, like the systems that it's used to protect. So muscles and nerves can be affected over long-term use with these medications.
Yeah.
So that's another one.
Definitely. I've heard some veterans, Gulf War veterans, say that they just remember being lined up and receiving vaccination after vaccination before they were deployed, and they literally had no idea what they were even being vaccinated for. I know there's like a multitude of different vaccinations that they received and a lot of research regarding those, and there was a lot of pesticides used, which could potentially be a cause as well. So it sounds like they were exposed to a really large range of different toxic chemicals and everything else.
One of a term I like, one of our the experts that we work with uses sometimes is toxic soup. I mean, that's basically what it is.
It sounds, yeah.
Yeah.